talking all week about some of the problems facing Oakland. And tonight, there is another big one on the horizon. At a time when the mayor is facing a recall over concerns about violence and crime, the city is actually considering a plan that would cut dozens of police officers and fire stations from its budget. The city has until Friday to pass a budget, and it's working on a sort of plan B in case the sale of the Coliseum doesn't go through. More on that in a minute. But in that Plan B proposal, if you will, millions of dollars in public safety money would be cut, including $26 million slashed from the police budget by freezing as many as 78 sworn officer positions and then freezing 2 police academies. As you might imagine, the police union is not happy to hear that. And neither are some community leaders who tell Andrea Nakano it already feels like Oakland is at a breaking point.
Bishop Bob Jackson with the Acts Full Gospel Church sees the impacts of crime every day in his community. It really hit home when he received this terrifying news.
One of the young men that go to the church I pastor, he went to the movies last night. Coming out of the movies, he was shot. And just the grace of God, he wasn't killed.
So when he hears about potential cuts to public safety, he worries about how much worse crime could get.
Law and order has to be restored in the city of Oakland. The lawlessness has just gone too far.
According to the Oakland Police Officers Association, there are 2 scenarios. One would trim the force down to 678 from 712 officers, or all the way down to 628.
I can't see a solution on how we can even effectively handle crimes and respond to calls in our city.
OPOA President Hui Nguyen argues the department has lower staffing levels than it did 25 years ago when there were 50,000 fewer residents.
I think asking whether it's difficult for a police officer to work here, it's difficult for citizens to live in the city. And that's the question that we have to ask a citizen. At what point is enough is enough?
That is a question that Bishop Jackson contemplates frequently. He's demanding elected officials at City Hall make the city safe.
We have to have public safety. It has to be priority one. If your city's not safe, it's not safe to live in your home. It's not safe to go to the store, not safe to go to the movies. My God, why are you living in a city like that?
With Mayor Shantel fighting for her own political career, Bishop Jackson doesn't have much faith in the current leadership to get the job done.
Absolutely, positively, unequivocally not.
The deadline to get the budget done is July 1st, but there's a possibility of extending that deadline if an agreement cannot be reached.
So the city could also approve over $19 million in cuts to the Oakland Fire Department by freezing 5 fire engines. Much like the police union, the firefighters union in Oakland told me tonight they don't have any resources to spare and that closing even 1 fire station could spell trouble for Oaklanders who call on them for help.
We have reached a tipping point where we are almost unable to do the job that the citizens of Oakland expect us to do because we are so busy and so overworked and responding to so many calls. So making that even worse by closing stations will have catastrophic effects on the citizens of Oakland.